Hi, bear with me. Bear with me. Hi, evening. Bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to set up my. Oh, it's not going to work. Bear with me a moment, please. Hi there, everybody. I was just trying to um, set up my tablet to monitor the chat because I'm alone this week. Paul is out. Thank you, Clarice. So I'm going to have to pay attention to the screen, which is going to be difficult because it's a tiny little mobile phone. And hi, Ali, welcome. I was just saying, Paul's not with me this evening. He's out. So I'm going to have to try and monitor the comments as quickly as I can manage. And I hope there's not too much of a delay. I just tried to set it up on my Kindle, but it's saying it won't do it. So Kindle, I mean, what is the point of Kindle these days? Really, I wish I'd never bought one because they're so slow. Oh, I'm so glad it's Friday. Oh my goodness me, it's been a hell of a week. It really has been a busy, busy week. Hi there, Chrissy. Welcome. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Really, really. Well, I can't chill. I'm doing this show. I can't just sit and chill. If I sit and chill, you won't be entertained, honey. Anyway, how are you all? Have you had a good week? Has it been as busy as mine? I know yours has been busy, Clarice. You've been working away. I watched you weeding the other day like a maniac. Like a maniac, that woman. I tell you, she's great. Yeah, I bet you are, honey. I bet you are. You did a lot of manual labor. This one's a manual laborer, Clarice. I tell you, she can work like the clappers in southern France in the heat. I can do 5 minutes at midday. I can do 5 minutes at midday in my garden, have to go in and lie in a darkened room for an hour, literally. Clarice, now, how's your feed this week? You're not 5 minutes behind like you were last week. No? Is your speed good today? Hi, Claire. Hi. Thank you for joining. Oh, Clarice is saying her connection is good this week. Well, that's good. I'm pleased because I think you were about 5 minutes. That's my sister, Clarice. That's my sister. I think you might have met before here. So we've got 8 people watching at the moment. Hello, 8 people. And tonight, oh God, you know what? You just have to bear with me because I've got to get my notepad. I've got a couple of things I noted down. Hold on. Watch the Buddha and the elephant for a moment. I'm back. I'm back. Hi. Hi, Stephen. Hi there. Thank you for joining. Stephen. Now, Stephen's an interesting guy. Stephen writes a blog about James Bond. And I'm featured in it. Oh, yeah. And there was another guy, was it Mark? Hi, Mark. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Yeah, can you imagine me and James Bond? Well, that's an entirely different video, I think you'll find. But yeah, I'll share it on my Facebook page for people to see. It's really fun. I like being in, you know, like a spy. I love that. So, matron. I wanted to talk about something this evening. I wanted to talk about the coat. The coat. You've all seen it. Hi, Anna. You're back to watching. Good. Welcome back. I hope you enjoy this evening. Relax. Let yourself be entertained by me. Melania, the coat. You all seen it? What do you think? No, you've not seen the coat? Has anybody else seen Melania's coat? Because I think it's something which is going to be in the news quite a bit this week. Hi, Sam. Welcome. My fantastic nephew, Sam, has joined. He's a champion boxer. You've not seen it. I can't believe people have not seen Melania's coat. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't love the coat. I hate the coat. I think the coat is an absolute abomination. And I think it's a publicity stunt, but obviously not enough people have seen it. So, you know, maybe it's not a subject that's relevant this evening because I don't think anybody's actually seen it. So, okay, well, pardon me for being up on the news, frankly. I thought this was a relevant show. You've seen the coat, okay. Yeah. So what did the coat say? Basically about not giving a damn. And it's made by Zara. It basically says on the back of the coat in paint, what looks like paint, a printed paint effect, it says, do you, I don't really care. Do you? I don't really care. Do you? And she wore this going to visit migrant children separated from their parents. I don't really care. Do you? And said, the press said, this was not a hidden message. And this was just a fashion choice that she made. So my point, and I'm quite angry about this, my point is that, yeah, exactly, what the? I'm angry about this because if anybody wears something with that kind of statement on it, and you're going to view migrant children in effectively a concentration camp, really, refugees from Mexico that obviously Trump hates, why would you do it? What's behind the thinking around that? I think it's moronic, personally, and I think it's a publicity stunt. I think they knew exactly what they were doing, and they did it to get reactions like this, basically. No, I think it was deliberate, but I think it was to be controversial. Some do say it was a sarcastic message to her husband, and possibly it was, but I don't know. I'm skeptical about that. I'm really skeptical about it. But you see, the thing is, she knew what she was wearing, didn't she? So did she actually understand what the English meant on that coat? She understood. She knew what she was doing. If she's meant to be a compassionate person, she would not have worn that. Can you imagine Princess Diana wearing that, or, you know, when she was alive? Can you imagine? No, I don't think so. So, you know, come on. It's absolutely crazy. The other subject, the other subject I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I know Diana wouldn't have done that. No, exactly. Yeah, I think it was totally ill-advised, Stephen, completely ill-advised. I just think they're complete morons and should be taken out, frankly. Yeah, I do. I'd put money into that. Yeah. And I'm not afraid to say it. I don't care who's listening. You know, I think he's an absolute idiot. It's very bad, very, very bad for the world, completely bad for the world. And they should just get them, take them out, get rid, send them to an island somewhere. I don't care anymore. It's driving me insane, that situation in America. It really is. And mind you, the situation, oh, well, I mean, you know, if somebody comes knocking at my door tonight, you all know what happened. Uh-huh. The other subject I wanted to talk about was taxation in this country. Hi there, welcome. No, they don't care. They've got bigger fish to fry. Plus, you're all witnesses, so you can go to the press with it if anything happens to me. There are far greater things said by greater YouTubers than me. Look at Randy Rainbow, for God's sake. You know, the songs he comes up with, totally anti-Trump. Pag, good evening. Well, it does, but, you know, it's a dangerous circus, isn't it? Really? The world is not in that kind of place now. It's outdated to have that kind of ridiculous politicians. It's outdated concept now. We're all, you know, evolving as the human race, or trying to. And there are plenty of people who are more forward thinking than that, you know. Amy's joined. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. Welcome to the crowd. We're talking politics at the moment because I've raised it, because there's a couple of things that have really, really annoyed me this week that I just think, oh, for goodness sake. And I'm chilled about it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that belonged to, well, that was my grandfather's. He brought it over from Sri Lanka in the 70s. So anyway, you know what? Forget politics. Forget the notebook. Forget it. How's your week been? Tell me about your week. Amy's just cleaned my bathroom and kitchen. Well, good for you, Amy. You can come round and do mine, I tell you. Stephanie's just peeped over my shoulder too. Hi, Stephanie. Well, thank you very much, Stephanie. I like this shirt too. It's a Stefan Dem. And it's not expensive, from Amazon. And I've got a few of them. I like brightly coloured shirts. I heard about that, Pag. Are you feeling better? Are you over the raspy cough? How's everybody enjoying the weather? Good. I have to say, I know people always talk about the weather, and I always talk about the weather, but I have to say that yesterday and today have just been so beautiful. So beautiful. The sky has been beautiful and blue. There's been little fluffy clouds. Well, it's not too hot here. There's a cool breeze in the air. It has been for 2 days. The temperature's around 21, 22. And it's just been beautiful. It's just been stunning. Hi, Angie. Hi, Lou. Nice to see you both. 34, 36. That is too hot for me. Gin and tonic hot up in the north. Enjoy your gin and tonic. Oh, pardon me. I just belched live on YouTube. I was thinking about having, oh, Anna, oh no, Anna, sorry to hear that. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. Awful. Sorry. That's one of the reasons why I don't think I would keep hens. I'm too frightened of anything happening to them. Awful, awful. Well, poor Anna having to deal with it. Once the hen's dead, it's not going to know, is it? Oh, I don't know about that. Sticky weather I hate, and I have to sit in an office, so I can't sit in the office with a swimsuit on. Anyway, I guess that's what happens if you have livestock. You've got to deal with those awful issues. I'd hate to have to deal with that. Oh, well, I could, but I'd get sacked. That's the problem. No, I couldn't. I wouldn't be allowed to. It would be called inappropriate clothing at work. I was going to sit here in a very, very thin t-shirt, but I put it on and you could actually see my nipples through the t-shirt, so I didn't wear it. I had to put something a little bit thicker on that wouldn't reveal my man boobs. Yeah, I've got man boobs. I'm a bit fat at the moment, actually. I need to stop eating sweet things. So yeah. Where is Paul? Paul, unfortunately, cannot be with us this evening. He is out on business this evening in another city. Yeah, I know. So I'm on my own. So that's why I'm avidly trying to follow all the messages. Do I look slim? You see, I think I look fatter without a beard. I think it slims my face down when I have the beard. Don't forget, I'm looking slightly upwards towards the camera. So that is the slimming angle for the selfies, you see. Well, you're very kind. You're very kind. So I was talking about the wet. Yeah, it is a good angle, isn't it? I know the angles, honey. I'm good at the selfies. You see, I'm good at the selfies. You look back. Well, I don't like having a bare face because I don't actually have a jawline. It's completely gone, my jawline now. Oh yeah. I can pout. I've still got lips. 50, still got lips. Not bad, eh? Yeah, the weather, it's been beautiful. Weather has been beautiful. And I hope it stays like this for the weekend. Have you got plans for the weekend, people? Tell me. Amy likes me with a beard. I don't think, well, she's rarely seen me without a beard because I'm a lazy man. I don't like to shave. You'll always be beautiful to the contingent. Thank you so much. Kisses to Hive. That's the beautiful Hive in Kent that I've not seen enough of, and we hope to be down to see you. Now we don't have a little fur baby to look after. It's going to be easier. So it's just getting the time to fit these things in, isn't it? Amy likes me without two. I'll soon be leaving for a midsummer bonfire. Oh, okay. Yeah, Paul is desperate to do Dungeness. He absolutely loves Dungeness, and he's desperate to come down, but it's just fitting it in, you know. Most of the time he's down at the plot doing community gardening events, socials and stuff, you know. So we've not even been on a walk recently. It's really difficult. This week I'll spend the weekend with my other half. It's his birthday. Oh, lovely. That sounds lovely. Wish him a happy birthday. Anna bought a 4-man tent for the boys. Oh, 4-man tent for the boys? Tell us more, Anna. So, weekend plans. What are your weekend plans? What are you going to be doing at the weekend? Are you chilling out? Are you doing the cleaning? I am doing Dove. What's Dove this weekend? Your sons love camping. 8:30 in Finland, lights up at 9 o'clock. Dancing Argentine tango. Ooh. I wish I could dance. I'm terrible at dancing. I really just cannot do it. I can't move to save my life. Duke of Edinburgh. What does that involve, Sam? What have you got to do for it? Is it an outdoor thing? Strimming, painting, cleaning the house. Cleaning the house. Yeah, I've got to do some cleaning this weekend. I'm really not in the mood for cleaning. Hiking. Where are you hiking? Hiking and camping. Whereabouts, Sam? Tell us. Where are you hiking and camping? Let us know. Duke of Edinburgh. I don't think we ever got a chance to do things like that at school. I never got asked to do anything like that. No, the Oot Hoos. The Oot Hoos in Edale. Oh, lovely. Enjoy it. No, we didn't, did we? Oh, God. Don't get us started about our education. I wanted to know if there was a big horse race that was today in your side. That was in my side? What do you mean? There was a horse race. It was Ladies' Day at Ascot yesterday. Sam's done bronze now on silver. Bronze now on silver. Hi, Grant, Maria and Grant. New Zealand's in the house. Whoa, we're truly international now. Woohoo! So plans for the weekend, that's what we're currently talking about. What were the hats like at Ascot? Well, I had some friends that went to Ascot and they were ladies and they enjoyed themselves very much and they wore fabulous hats. Yeah, I didn't really watch it on TV or anything like that. Yeah, Duke of Edinburgh Award. Yeah, we didn't do anything like that at school. I think they just gave up on us in the 80s. I know, and we literally, Angie, as soon as we can, we're coming down, you know. The last time we saw you, it was when you came here, wasn't it? When we went to Kew just before Christmas. That was fantastic. And the Prince exhibition. We were at a rubbish school. Yes, we were at a rubbish school. It was terrible. I think they just gave up on us at school in the 80s. And you know what? Sometimes that really irks me because you have people talking about historical, awful things. Hi, Julie. You know, and people suing people for things in the past. I think if a lot of kids got together from the 80s, we could sue. Go back? What? Go back to school? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've done studies since I left school. I'm not doing any more now. No, can't be bothered. I can't, you know, I think about this a lot and I think, no, you know what? I need to go with the talents that I've got naturally and just exploit them as much as possible. You'd like to go to uni. What do you want to do, Claire? What would you study at uni? No, I know, but it's just the time taken and it's the cost. That's the problem. Psychology, that's a good thing to do. You've got to get placements and stuff like that when you do psychology. So it's a lot of work. I've known quite a few trainee psychologists where I work. And it's a good course. I know a trainee who's just starting her doctorate at the moment. I wanted to do forensics at one point. I thought, yeah, I fancy that. But no, I just can't be bothered now. I really can't. I'd rather just get on with what I'm doing now, which is photography, YouTube, stuff like that. Um, and I'm not going to pay the fees. I looked at Open University. I looked at Open University. Oh, hi, Luke. Your sister did 3 years at Southampton. Yeah. I need some psychology in the gardening. Sam fancied that at one point. So, yeah, we got that, Luke. Don't worry. Yeah, what was I saying? I looked at Open University at one point, and it's so expensive. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Remember, I actually started, I went to TVU and did an an access course for psychology. Hi, Luke. I did a beginner's course for psychology, which was a sort of access course. It was a 10 points starter course. And psychology is not always what you think it is. There's a lot of testing in psychology. And I looked at it and thought, you know what? No, I wouldn't want to do all that. Loads of testing and yeah, you do, Christine. They charge a fortune. And no, the thing is, thanks, Julie. Thank you very much. Glad you like it. It's like an artwork. It's literally like an artwork, an abstract art piece. I'm wearing art. I'm making art. I am art. Yeah. Forgotten what I was saying now. Drifted off into another universe there. What was I saying about? Can't remember. Oh, well, let's go on to another subject. Yeah, so thank you, Amazon. Cheap and cheerful. I am art. I've always been art. Was I talking? No, I know, but I was talking about something before that. It's like a Mark Chagall painting. Well, I don't know who Mark Chagall is. I was talking about uni fees. Yeah, it's just too much. Oh, that's it. That's what I was going to say. I know myself quite well. I'm 50 years of age. I know myself. And I also know that throughout my life, I have had a changeable career. I hope you like my lighting, by the way. It's really coming into its own now. The sun's just gone behind a cloud and my lighting has come. I'm quite pleased with that. The blue and the pink. It's lighting the face quite nice. And I know that I'm changeable. I'm a changeable person. I change my image. I change the way I think. I change my jobs. I decide I want to study something and do it, and I'll do it for a few years. So I know that if I studied something, it wouldn't necessarily be my career path. My hair color, oh yeah, my hair color's changed continuously. In fact, the past few years, I haven't dyed my hair. So anyway, so I'm letting the light do it for me. Pink on this side, blue on this. Woo. Anyway, so I know that if I studied something at university or college, I would get so far into it and I would change my mind about it or I'd get bored with it. I don't think I'm cut out to be someone that studies seriously at uni. I do get bored. Harley Quinn, what's Harley Quinn? Harley Quinn, as in Harlequin. Yeah. You think it looks, well, apparently the blue and the pink in the film industry is now called bisexual lighting. That's true. Look it up, Google it. It's a thing. I look like a college grad. Yeah, I probably always look like a college grad. I've always been a bit, my look has always been slightly grungy. I kind of like looking slightly scruffy because I'm not the kind of person I'm not the kind of person that likes to wear a suit and tie. I've always, you know, I've been in jobs where they've told me off. Um, yeah, I like the hippie look. Oh, bye. Okay. Yeah, video opportunity. We'll share it with us, please. We're looking forward to it. They'd be happy for me to be around in college because, well, yeah, but you know, it's got to be for me, hasn't it? I do have great skin. Well, you're very kind, Christine. Thank you. I didn't after that makeup last weekend. No, believe you me, after putting that makeup on my skin, I had the massive breakout and I was just covered in spots. Oh, it was awful. It was sore. It was tender. Oh, it was horrible. I'm not doing that again for a while, I tell you. No way. You needed a tenor lady watching that. Well, I'm glad I made you laugh. Grant, Maria, it's quite a funny one. It's me trying to do a drag makeup. Get some Vaseline, yeah, or coconut oil as well. Coconut oil. That's the thing with makeup, especially when you buy it cheap from Amazon. God knows what it's made out of, you know? Um, thank you, Claire. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I I I must admit I didn't laugh when I was doing it because I found the whole thing really laborious, to be honest. Well, some of it was L'Oreal actually. The contour palette. No, the concealer was L'Oreal actually. Mind you, even some of that L'Oreal's got some suspect ingredients in it. We should all be avoiding parabens, remember? Avoid anything containing parabens. Yeah? Not very good for you at all. So, any more plans for the weekend? Is anybody going anywhere at the weekend? Lorry oil. Lorry oil. Well, yeah, it probably is made out of lorry oil, I tell you. Bit of lorry oil. I'm wearing my lorry oil. No, I know. But you know what? I can't afford to buy makeup. I spent 170 quid as it was on makeup just before Christmas with the intention of doing characters on YouTube. I tell you, honestly, I'm going to vape now. I'm vaping. I'm vaping. You ready? Here we are. I'm vaping now. I know some people enjoy me vaping. Maria's going to work. Oh, I missed that one, Grant. It's gone past. I'm so sorry if I'm missing your. Do you want to do a smoke ring? Hold on. Well, it's a vape ring. It's not smoke. There's lots of smoke rings there, vape rings, I mean. I did used to smoke, Luke. Yeah, I smoked for quite a long time, but I gave up about 7 years ago and started vaping. I'm quite good at smoke rings. I used to practice. Um, nice diary. What diary? What diary are you talking about? Oh, you mean Rose's diary? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, people, what are you doing at the weekend? Tell me, please. I didn't get everything from you. Anybody going anywhere? Vape are puffin stuff. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I bet a lot of people don't. Vamping. You're vamping at the weekend, Claire. What are you vamping? Are you going out and vamping? Christine, what are you doing for the weekend? Have you got any plans? You're not visiting anywhere? You're not going out for the day anywhere, anybody? Rosalind is going to take her other half to a car show. Oh, a car show. What is it? A vintage car show? What kind of car show? Oh, feeding your moggies. Oh, how many moggies have you got, Christine? Remind us. Tell us about your moggies. How old are they? Remind us. You've probably told me before. I miss my cats. I really do. Really miss them. Every day, in fact. Every day I think about all three of my cats. Yeah, it's yeah, race car show, which I hate. Fast races. Oh. Yeah, but they're not, Claire. That's the thing. And that's the whole point of the upset, you know. Ali is going to Wales to watch the Killers. Ooh, whereabouts in Wales? Julie Francis has got 3 moggies as well. Oh, yeah. I will see Polly at some point. I just miss all that familiarity, you know, with a cat that you're bonded to, that knows you really well, you know. I miss that familiarity. Swansea, ooh, lovely. Enjoy. Um, yeah. Anyway, let's move off that subject of my cats. Let's talk about your cats. Rolling Stones on Monday, your friend Clarice. Never been a fan of the Rolling Stones, ever. Never really liked them. I don't want to get another cat, Christine, because I become too committed to them. And I become so committed that I can't bear to leave them. And then I end up not going away anywhere. And, you know, Paul and I didn't go on holiday literally for 20 years. I'm not joking. We didn't really go anywhere. And we had to go separately to places. And then when our cats were ill, which all 3 of them were, we worried about them constantly. So I'm giving I'm having a break from having animals at the moment. I have to. Oh yeah, the Barnaby parade. So for people that don't know about Barnaby, Barnaby is a holiday that they have in Macclesfield. It's a week-long holiday, and it's called Barnaby, and they have like a parade and a sort of festival. And I think both of my sisters, Dan, Amy, were in that parade. Hi Richard, I missed that. It's faded. I'm Nicole, Julie's daughter. Hi Nicole, welcome. Yeah, I saw that. It was brilliant. Trudy dressed as a suffragette. It was excellent. She looked really good. It was very authentic. We had a carnival last weekend. We had the Hanwell Carnival. I didn't go. Carnivals aren't my thing. Too many people. I don't like crowds of people at all. It's not my bag. She put Dan in a flowered headband. He was wearing a green skirt at one point. No, I'm not. I can just about do concerts as long as it's a seated event and everybody stays in their seats. That's what I like. He was talking seriously to the local MP. Who is the local MP now in Macclesfield, Claire? It was always the Wintertons, wasn't it? Oh, with glitter. Oh, well, why not? Why not? Who? Oh, never heard of him, Sam. Never heard of him. Is he conservative? Is Macclesfield still a conservative town? Oh, you've got to go to work. Ciao. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. So we've currently got 16 people. He's a Tory. Okay. I suppose somebody's got to be a Tory. Yeah. Bye, Grant. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I just think, you know what? I don't really do any of them, to be absolutely honest with you. I don't do any of them because politics has become too political. Hi, Zachary. Thank you for joining us. I think politics, and this sounds a bit crazy, but politics has ceased to be about people, really. It's about politics, and it should be about people. The government are elected and paid by us, therefore, it should be about us. But the democratic process is misunderstood by a lot of people, you know, and you know, they talk about, oh, we can't take plastics out of the environment because it'll take too long to do it and it'll be 2025, blah, 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 blah. No, when it suits you, you will choose to change the law, you know? Yeah, it is. It's about them lining their own pockets, basically. That's what it's about. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. That's how it is. And believe you me, and believe you me, you went to the Hanwell Carnival in 2015 because you were in London. Oh, Alice Gross. That was a very sad time. Now, funnily enough, I actually work virtually, Luke. I work literally a stone's throw from where that young girl was murdered. I literally work across the allotments from the river where she was found, and our local walking spot is right past where her body was found. It was horrendous. It was an awful, awful time when that poor girl was murdered. And yeah, that was here in Hanwell. Uh-huh. Very sad. Yeah, politics, money, politicians. No, I'm afraid none of that does it for me. It's a world that I don't see working for people. I don't see politics working for people. I work for social services and the NHS. And believe you me, I am quite well versed in seeing the struggle that people have to go through to get the simplest of services dealt with in place. It's a struggle. And the fact that the government is cutting all the time. The department I work for sees that all the time, you know, in different ways. For example, you know, staff leave and they don't replace staff, you know? So the people remaining have to work twice as hard and give more for no more money, you know? And it's not working. They've got it wrong, and they've got it wrong on so many different levels, you know? Well, I have to use this forum for some political statements because I don't have any other forum. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm keeping it light. You going, Claire? Okay. Bye then. Speak to you soon. Take care. So we've got 18 people here at the moment. Hi, everybody, if you've just joined us. We were talking politics, but we're going to swiftly move on because, yeah, it isn't a great subject. I don't actually like talking about politics myself, but sometimes you just got to make your voice heard. And, you know, you're going shopping. Enjoy. I hope it's not too crazy out there on a Friday evening. Well, yeah, the people that work the hardest are the people at the lowest level. That's always the way. The people at the highest levels who do the least work get paid the most. That's wrong. It's basically wrong. Bye, Claire. Speak to you soon. Come and see me soon. I mean, where I work, just to finish this piece off, but where I work, I'm a receptionist and I'm on the lowest grade you can be on for an admin role. And I will never get paid any more. And I probably take the most, I take the most phone calls from the whole team. You know, I take all the calls. You're loving the house. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you very much. I've got my my lights on. I've got my sculptures. I've got my Sri Lankan elephant from the 70s. I've got my golden, I think it's a Malaysian Buddha. And I don't know whether you can all see these here, but these are sculptures and they're called Brimstone and Treacle. And they're actually cats. They've got tiny, tiny. I'm the only one that picks up the phone. Well, I know, because I'm the receptionist. I have to take all the calls. These are, they're cats. Brimstone and Treacle. And they're made by a sculptor called Govinda. And they're a limited edition and they were given to me by a friend a number of years ago. And yeah, I love them. Yeah, they're called Brimstone and Treacle by an artist called Govinda. I know, Anna, and I do, you know what, I am well appreciated. I really am. And I do a good job. I really do a good job. And the thing is, they don't see the mental anguish that you go through as a receptionist. They don't see that because you are literally absorbing everything that everybody says to you. I'm not just connecting calls. I'm actually sometimes counseling people, people in distress, people that phone up angry, people that phone up crying, people that just want to tell me their life story. Believe you me, I've heard it all, you know, and I'm absorbing all of that. And I don't actually have anybody to offload that to, because unlike the clinicians, I don't have regular supervision. And clinicians have to have regular supervision, and social workers. I don't get that. So I literally absorb it all. But after 11 years, I do have coping mechanisms. I do have you all, but you don't all want to hear my shit, believe you me. No. What do I do to relax when I get home? Tanya, thank you for the question. What I do, look, guys, I am a relatively strong person. Believe you me, I am. And I'm not just saying that to make you all feel better. No, I have done therapy in the past. Luke, you know what? It didn't really work for me. I've been in therapy twice and it didn't really work for me. Honestly, it didn't work. I have ways of dealing with things. I'm a fairly strong person. I do offload occasionally to Paul. I tell him, you know, stories, but you know, I get in, I literally sometimes have to lie in a darkened room for an hour. I think it depends, Christine, on the situation that you've gone through. I had therapy for bereavement at one point, and it was useless, completely useless. I didn't like the therapist. I had therapy again when I went through a period of depression, and I had a different therapist, and actually that one was quite good. So I think it depends on how prepared you are to go into the therapy with the right attitude. And also the therapist makes a big, big difference, because like every profession, there are some not so good therapists out there as well. So, you know, it depends on a lot of factors. Yeah, I've had depression probably, I think probably 4 times in my life now, and it's not fun at all. But you know, touch wood, touch ebony. Um, I've not had it for a while because my outlook is different now, and I have different ways of coping. And also, what I tend to do, what I found for me, um, the things that keep me from getting depressed are the hobbies and the interests that I have. And I think funnily enough, doing the YouTube, um, I started it around quite a dark place. Yeah, depression is very real, very real, and very difficult to come out of, and difficult to see the other side. But I think, like I was just saying, I think it depends on the mechanisms you use as well. When you know you're prone to depression, there are things you can do that make you feel better, like gardening, like hobbies, like interests that you really need to sometimes force yourself to do, even though you're not in the mood. I very often create music on the computer, and I will do that. Um, I will do that when I'm feeling down, and I force myself to do it. And sometimes I'll spend an hour doing something, and I won't get anything out of it, but I've passed the time and I've taken myself into a different way of thinking. Yes, laughter. And also, Pag, actually, for me, um, it's about accessing comedy as well. There's been a number of times when I've accessed some good comedy. Tanya's learning a language to stop overthinking. You'd like to hear some of my music. Tanya, you wouldn't, honestly. It's not that good. If it was any good, you'd be hearing it, believe you me. In fact, no, there is one piece I did on one of the videos that I shot. I wrote a small piece, and it's on one of the videos. I think, I'm not sure which one. I think it's the community garden video, one of the earlier ones. But doing YouTube was a way of skirting around some dark thoughts at the beginning of the year, because I wanted to do a blog. Yeah, have a look, Tanya, and you'll see. I just love to find someone who's funny without knowing they are. Who's funny without knowing they are? Do you know anybody? Is it like a comedian, a comedy show or something? What was I going to say? Yeah, comedy. I was talking about comedy to Pag and saying about accessing comedy. When I remember years ago when our cat Biscuit died, Paul and I watched the entire season of Modern Family, and that kind of got us through. Oh no, also we watched Star Trek Voyager as well, and that got us through that period, because we'd seen it before, and it was almost like being with an old friend. You know, it was so familiar. So we watched it through again, and it got us through that period of bereavement when we lost Biscuit, our cat. And I think that's quite important. Oh, Father Ted. Oh, I loved Father Ted. That was brilliant. Black Books. What's that, Zachary? I'm not familiar with that. Father Ted on the Bosses on a Bad Day. You know, we watch The Golden Girls. Hi, Bonnie. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Golden Girls is a good one if you're feeling down. Crack that open. I tell you, we've just bought the box set. Yeah, it is. It's good feelings, good memories, but sometimes when you're in the deepest of depressions, not even that will move you. Not even comedy will move you. But I think as you get older, I think you put the pieces together in a different way. My depressions were when I was a lot younger. I put the pieces together in a different way now. I'm trying to think how that works, but I make connections in different ways. Zachary used to watch The Golden Girls. It is one of the most genius series ever. It's so witty, so, emotionally based as well. It's lovely, and the characters are so strong, and the script is good. The script is very good. Harry Potter worked for you, Zachary, when you. Harry Potter's a very magical series. I've not watched them all, I don't think, but what I have seen is it's quite magical. I used to watch Star Wars when I was feeling down. Yeah, because Star Wars was my childhood. I think I was 10 when Star Wars came out. Arts and crafts when you're feeling down. Yeah. I think creativity generally is quite good when you're feeling down, if you can actually be bothered to make a start. Yeah, and I think I think you're more realistic when you're older, and also you've got less time left to waste. So you get to a certain age and you think, well, you know what? I've only got so much left. So, I'm sure you probably are, but you maybe haven't found your outlet for creativity, Zachary, because I think we've all got our own way of being creative. Um, maybe you need to think more carefully about how you could create. You were talking about doing some planting and creating a look in your garden. Well, that's creating, that's creativity. The way you decide to put those plants into your garden, you're creating a picture, essentially, of how you want that to look. Yeah, it is true. So, you paint a view with a garden. That's what I've done with our garden. It's a view that we look out on that is pleasing to the eye, that makes you feel happy, and makes you feel satisfied. I think it's about satisfaction as well, creativity, you know. On the buses, Carry On, and George and Mildred, George, Eutha Joyce, the beautiful Eutha Joyce. You're off to watch Monty before a bath and bed. Oh, bye, Clarice. Look forward to your next video. Carry On. Yes, yes, yes. Carry On movies. I love them. I wish my garden knowledge extended to more than stuff and things. Yeah, but you got some of the names right, Pag, on your latest video. You knew some of them. Yeah, bye, Clarice. Matron, 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 take them away. Oh, I love Carry On. Yeah. Okay, people that like Carry On films, what's your favorite Carry On film? Answers, please, here. What's your favorite Carry On film? If you like Carry On films. I know some people who don't like Carry On films. Uh-huh. Do you mind if I smoke? Sergeant Bung. Bung, 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 bung. No, you don't like Carry On films, Christine. Oh, Carry On Screaming, I love. Love Carry On Screaming. Carry On Camping, classic. Carry On Loving. That's a good one. Oh, Carry On Up the Khyber. Adore it, adore it, adore it. These are classics. They really are. I think there was Carry On Doctor and Carry On Nurse, wasn't there? Bonnie learns everything she knows about gardening on YouTube. Absolutely. Well, no, that's a line, Christine, from Carry On Screaming. It's where Valeria, who is the vamp in Carry On Screaming, tries to seduce Sergeant Bung. And you don't mind me vamping? Wow, I didn't read that right. And Fenella Fielding, the adorable Fenella Fielding, plays Valeria, and she sits back and says, "Do you mind if I smoke?" And she starts to smoke. Her whole body starts to smoke, and she seduces Sergeant Bung, who dives in for a smoking session with her. So yeah, love that movie. Yeah, you remember that? I know it off by heart almost, that movie, I tell you. Steptoe, Are You Being Served? Now, Are You Being Served? Yes. Although, looking back at it, it was a very strange time. Because if you imagine being, well, look, imagine being a young gay boy in the 70s. Your only role models were people like Danny LaRue, Are You Being Served guy, what's his name? Oh God, I can't remember his name. Mr. Humphreys in Are You Being Served? John Inman, thank you, Pag. John Inman, Larry Grayson, and people like that. Those are the only gay models, gay role models that you kind of had. And they were still closeted, really, because it was a very confusing time being young, being a young boy who was gay. Yeah, Jeremy Thorpe, exactly. So, you know, it's really difficult, actually. It was, well, look, I quite like camp humor, I really do. But being gay was kind of associated with those things, and it was associated as being really, really fringy and marginalized. You know, you were on the fringes of society if you were that kind of person, and you were considered abnormal, you know. And yeah, even in the 80s, it was difficult, you know. So, okay, anybody, any more Carry On films? Have we finished that? Yeah. Are You Being Served? Mrs. Slocum and Her Pussy. In fact, I look a little bit like Mrs. Slocum now, don't I, with pink and blue hair? People did think it was a laugh, but that was it. Those people were considered just a laughing stock, you know? That's the thing. They weren't taken seriously. Gay people were not taken seriously at all. And I guess people are empowered now. Okay, you're asking me what music do I like? God, I like a lot of music, but I'm not a muso. I'm not like a super really into all the latest music. I kind of stopped really getting into music probably in the early 2000s. Honestly, I don't really. Kate Bush, I love. Yeah, I like a bit of Madge, a bit of Madonna, but not so much these days. I think she's getting on and needs to leave it alone now. Oh God, I hate it when people ask me that because I can never remember what I actually like. Oh, I love a band called the Glass Animals. That's one of my favourites at the moment. Saying I'm not into modern music, but Glass Animals I love. What else do I like? Yeah, I like a bit of Moby. I like kind of, what I do quite like is sort of chilled music. Kate Bush is my kind of all-time like. I mean, I like everything she's ever done. Yeah, I quite like Paul Weller. Yeah, I think, well, yeah, I think she has run out of things to say, actually. Um, it's kind of a bit regurgitated now, really, isn't it? I like it when a musician doesn't um, play with the times. You know, that's what I like when they do what they want to do, regardless of what is considered modern or in. You know, I like a story in a song. I'm not into Elton John, Bonnie. Katie B. Yeah, you played me some Katie B. I quite enjoyed it. Um, I quite like it when there's a story in a song, when it tells a story, when you've got to work a little bit. I like it when you've got to work to find out what the story is about. And there's a little bit of a mystery about it. And you've got to kind of really listen to the lyrics and really think, what does that mean? You know? And Supertramp, yeah, I kind of like a little bit of Supertramp, yeah. Um, I quite like a little bit of Pink Floyd now and then. I quite like music that you can dive into. I like music that is really, that provides a good soundscape to the ears. I like to have, oh, I love a bit of Toya. Yes, old and new Toya. She's still touring, Toya. I tell you, she's still doing tours. Johnny Cash, not really into Johnny Cash, not my thing. But yeah, I mean, I can appreciate Johnny Cash, certainly, but I'm not great with male singers, really. I don't really like male singers that much. Um, who else do I like? I like a bit of Duran Duran. Yeah, grew up with Duran Duran. They were one of my favorite groups. I love ABBA. I am an ABBA expert. I am an ABBA expert. Oh, a bit of Dolly any day. The only thing that annoys me about Dolly is that she mimed at Glastonbury. She mimed at Glastonbury. How can you mime at Glastonbury? TV series Columbo. Yeah, I like a bit of Columbo. I also like a little bit of Murder, She Wrote as well. Murder, She Wrote. We watch that most every day. Yeah, Dolly's good. I think Dolly's a good performer, but she mimed at Glastonbury. Look, I'm a singer, well, an ex-singer, and I know what live singing sounds like. And she was miming. I know she was miming. It's a well-known fact. She mimes quite a lot. I think she records it. Among to sleep is saying, not being rude, but are you gay? Well, if you've got that question, and I'm not being rude, but if you've got to ask that question, really? Can you not see? Can you not see? Does it not come across? Murder, She Wrote is epic. It absolutely is epic. And the thing I like about Murder, She Wrote is that it's virtually the same every single time. Each episode is literally structured the same way. It's unbelievable. Can't believe she got away with doing that, I tell you. You're just curious. Well, I am gay. Of course I'm gay. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Really? You know? Sorry, I'm not being rude, but I do find when people ask me that, I do find it rather strange. But I give you love. I give you love. Ruth Rendell. Yeah, I like a Ruth Rendell. Vera. Does anybody watch Vera? The Geordie female detective. Vera's good. Did anybody watch Scott and Bailey when that was on? Scott and Bailey was good. Brenda Blethyn, doing a Geordie act. I can't do a Geordie act. Why, I man, doing a Geordie accent. No, I can't do a Geordie accent. I can't do it. I can't do it. Angie, funny you should say that, but one of the cubs was in the garden, a little bit more grown up, but it literally came in the garden the other day, plonked himself down just by the French window and sat in the sun right by the door. And I said to Paul, come, quick, look, come and have a look. Sounded more Jamaican. Yeah, it did, didn't it? I know, just can't do a Geordie accent. I can do a few accents, but I can't do a Geordie accent. Yeah, the fox cub came and plonked himself right down on the floor and sat in the sun. I said to Paul, come and look. And by the time Paul had looked, he'd gone off. So there's a couple of them around, but I think they do, I think they do split. You know, I think they do move and separate at fairly young age. That's what I've read when I've done some research. So yeah, I know, bless them. I feel sorry for them. I really do. I love the foxes, but I feel sorry for them because I know kind of what their fate will be round here, you know? The accent, I'm trying to think of the accents I can do without embarrassing myself. You used to cry as a child when they scream at night. Yeah, it's quite blood curdling, isn't it, when they scream? Well, they're doing that when they're mating, aren't they? When they really scream. You need to look up why they scream. I've read about it. Ugh, yuck. Let's not go there. Ugh. There was a woman in London that got attacked by a fox the other day. She was in her bed and woke up being mauled by a fox. Did you leave your door open? If you did, climbed in her window. Well, was it an upstairs window or a downstairs window? If it was a downstairs window, don't leave your windows open at night, because they're probably considered pests by a lot of people. They can be a bit of a pest, especially when they poo and wee and spray and do whatever they do, because it stinks. It stinks. Oh, God. Anyway, let's move on. Now, Christine, thank you for bringing up that subject, but I am very, very delighted and pleased to report that we have not had any plane noise for at least 3 days, at least, maybe a week, in fact. In fact, I don't think we've had any planes this week. It's Friday now, isn't it? Yeah, we have not had any planes this week. It's been dead quiet. That's why I've been in a slightly better mood, actually, because we've not had planes roaring overhead every 30 seconds. It's been really quiet. Nice. I'm very pleased. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for remembering. Did Bonnie say something like, remember a time when you could leave your windows open? Well, where are the planes, Julie? I think they're taking off the other way. They change direction occasionally, so they're taking off the other way, which is good. I'm very pleased about that. I'm just going to lean down and get my drink, because I've got a drink all prepared here. Excuse me. I've just got to extract my legs from underneath my body where they're slightly crushed and probably gone to sleep. It's not an alcoholic drink, it's just orange squash. I was going to pour myself a lager and lime earlier, but I thought, no, I'm not going to, because if I do, this will go downhill very, very quickly. There we are. It's my orange squash in my pussy mug. There's my pussy mug. No, Luke. We moved to Hanwell 24 years ago. um, okay, we moved to Hanwell, Luke, 24 years ago, and we moved because a friend of ours had a house that was a house share. And yeah, that's why we moved to Hanwell. And it was also on the Piccadilly line as well. And we've been here ever since. Paul's mum is fine. Thank you very much for asking. She's okay. She's been to the Balance and Falls clinic this week to look at managing her condition. Yeah, it's sweet. I'd love to go to the pub with him. Who's that? Who would you love to go to the pub with, Zachary? Oh, God. I've been there as long as you. I know. Oh, God, don't say that, Luke. It makes me feel very, very older. Yeah, we've been together 25 years, I think now. Oh, me. You'd like. Oh, right. Zachary, I'm really boring. I'm such a boring person. And I, believe it or not, I don't really like pubs. I've always felt quite unsafe in pubs. I had a couple of experiences when I was younger where I ended up in these really rough pubs and ended up getting threatened by horrible men. And it always made me feel really uneasy going into pubs, and it's kind of stayed with me. And because I've got quite a deep voice that's quite distinctive and to many people quite obviously gay, I kind of always felt as though I stuck out, you know. So I felt as I always feel as though I can't be myself in a pub. So I can be quite loud and I can be quite flamboyant, but only when I'm in the mood for it. Only when I'm actually, you know, a lot of my friends know me that I am actually quite quiet. I can be, you know, quite introverted. So yeah, but yeah, maybe one day, Zachary. Yeah, it's a difficult one being yourself, actually, guys, sometimes. No, I know, but talking about my experiences, and we're talking about things that have had an impact on how I behave and how I had to learn to behave differently in public. Otherwise, I would get threatened. That's a true thing. And that happened to me quite a lot. And because I'm 6'4.5", I'm not the kind of person that can make themselves invisible very easily. I stand out. And also, I didn't make any favors for myself because I used to have shockingly bright colored hair and things like that. So people would automatically gravitate towards me and look at me. And everybody likes that. So I'm afraid that's my experience. Yeah. And I kind of not, fell out of not going to places like that. Plus, I'm not really the kind of person that enjoys very loud environments. I'm not really into clubs now, or places that play loud music because, frankly, I can't hear anything. Um, no, I mean, I've always been quite lucky. I can always hold my own. Um, don't get me wrong, I've never been beaten up, and I've known people that have been. Um, but Linda, I don't really want to go to the pub. That's the whole point. I've reached a stage in my life where I'm quite happy doing what I do. I think I was at your wedding, Pag. I think it was more of an aqua colour, wasn't it? It was more of a turquoise, my hair, I believe. But just to go back to that point, I don't do pubs because I don't really want to go to pubs, really. It's kind of, I guess it's probably put me off. And as I get older, I know what I like. And you know what my favorite thing is? I'll tell you what my favorite thing is. It's being with close friends in a very small group. It's having fun conversations with those close friends that actually you feel comfortable with. And if you don't want to talk, you can put some music on and you can all sit and listen to music and chill. And you don't feel as though you have to talk. You know, that's what I prefer. And that's what I'm comfortable with. I don't mind a party if it's people that I know and it's a room full of people that I know. I can be myself then, um, you know. And I think as you get older, you choose the things that make you feel good, you know? And that's what I choose. Pubs and clubs, nah, it's not my thing now. What's for dinner? Well, believe it or not, I've had my dinner. I have had my dinner. I had a microwaved cannelloni. Yeah. From I totally agree, Zachary. Um I'm I don't think I'm really a people person as such. Not strangers anyway. Do we go out for a meal? Very occasionally. Funnily enough, Linda, actually, the last time I went out to eat was to a pub just round the corner to have pizza because they got a pizzeria. And actually, it was okay. Well, I ate before I came on because, but it was a Monday night, Linda, and it was really quiet, and it was okay. It was all right. You know, I felt okay, but I wasn't in a party, fun mood. You know, if I'm in a party mood, I want to be comfortable with the people around me because if I want to be loud, believe you me, I can be loud. Um, but I don't want to be stared at by people. Yeah, you understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, I've had my dinner. I had a microwaved cannelloni from Morrison's, which Paul bought for me. Whenever Paul goes away for the evening, he always buys me some instant cook food, so I don't have to. No, he's away. He's gone to I think it's the Federation of City Gardeners um, some kind of meeting in Birmingham, I think he said. Yeah, so I've had a microwave ready meal and it was okay. It was all right actually. I quite enjoy Morrison's ready meals actually. They're quite nice. It's vegetarian, cannelloni. Hi Hubert. Paul's not with me, Hubert. It's just me tonight. Um, nice glass of red wine later. Well, I might have some wine, but I don't normally have anything to drink. I really fancied a lager and lime tonight. Yeah, they're okay. Okay. Bye, Angie. Bye, Lou. Thanks for joining us. We've currently got 14 people in the house, and we've been on air for 1 hour 24. So there you go. Where in the world have I been? Oh God, where in the world have I been? France, Spain, Greece, Indonesia, North Africa. I think that's it. I know. It's had, I think, almost 55,000, Zachary. I know. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I had to spend a lot of time replying to every single message for about a week, for about an hour a day, which was great, but I was so unprepared. What's my favourite meal? Anna, what's my favourite meal? I love lasagna. That's one of my favourite things. And I like it with chips and a salad. And it's got to be really nice and saucy. Oh, thank you, Luke. I think a few people did actually. I'm hoping for some more lightning at some point so I can do another one because I really enjoyed doing it. And some people have said to me, oh, it's long. Well, I, I'm not doing it specifically for hits, you know. Did I used to eat meat? Yes, I did used to eat meat. Yeah. Um, I liked all sorts of meat. I even liked liver. Yeah. Yeah, I like a nice saucy lasagna with a nice, but it's got to be well baked. It's got to be well baked. Yeah, liver. I know a lot of people don't. This guy has no clue what he's talking about. Just my opinion. Who's that aimed at? Is that aimed at me? Because if it is, why are you watching? Don't really understand that. Really? Do you? Why do I look so mentally disturbed? Wow. Oh, maybe I am mentally disturbed. Maybe you're mentally disturbed for continuing to watch. Really? Yeah, I know. Don't feed the troll. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Doesn't bother me. Oh, honey, I take lots of things well. I've had plenty of experience. I'm sure you have too. Anyway. So, we've been here for 1 hour, 28 minutes. So clearly people are enjoying themselves, apart from that one. Hello from Nashville. Oh my goodness me. Hi there. Nashville. Wow. We have been truly international today, haven't we? I'm so pleased. There's something called Newsflare that will pay you for. I know. I've been approached. I've been approached by somebody asking to license that video, but they tried to pull a fast one on me. So I decided to not do that. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, I'm carrying on. Why shouldn't I carry on? I'm not bothered by things like that. Not bothered by trolls. Doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, Nashville. I can't believe that. That's fantastic. I love that. Absolutely brilliant. I feel like I've had lots of visitors from around the world. It's been absolutely great. And when I look at my videos and see the countries that they've been viewed in, it's quite amazing. It's quite amazing. I love it. I think you're all brilliant for following me. Thank you. Hi, Dina. I am carrying on, Christine. Do I have a Facebook page? Yeah, find me, Bonnie. You'll find me, darling. Just look me up. You'll notice me straight away from my picture. I want to see the house. You should do a video, pick up some, what's like an interior decorating. Like an interior decorating video, you mean? Yeah, I could do that. I've actually thought about doing that. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Maybe you should give me ideas about what you'd like to see. Yeah, okay. Well, there are some parts of my house that really need some work, that really do need some work. It's like it's a work in progress, this house. It really is. And I'm always doing things, you know. They have weekly themes. Have you sold anything to them? So yeah, okay, I'll think about doing a tour of my house. I'll have to choose very carefully which parts of it. Alexa likes my house. Oh, does she now? Oh, she's just beeped. I just said Alexa and she beeped. Your YouTube picture is brilliant. You look like a rock star. Well, thank you very much. But you were approached. Yeah, I felt as though they were trying to pull a fast one on me, and I thought, no, did I? Alexa. uh, yeah, she sets off all the time, I find. Things on the TV set her off as well. And she'll start talking randomly about nothing. Alexa, there we go. I think she's great. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And especially, again, this is another thing about getting a bit older, being able to lie in bed at night and turn the lights off, set the alarm without moving. I think that's great. And I think that's going to have really good value for people as they get older, you know? And it's also great for things like better than Google. I love tech. I build. Oh, right. Okay, Zachary, you're a computer expert. I'm afraid I'm not. I'm not much of an expert when it comes to computers. I'm not frightened of technology. That's the thing. I think a lot of people I know are frightened. They go, "Oh my God, I'm going to break something if I press the wrong button." You know, things like that. I'm not afraid of new technology, and I embrace it. In fact, today we had a new system installed at work, and we've all got Skype now, Skype for Business, which is quite interesting. Well, apparently they are. Apparently, most lilies of any type are poisonous to cats. Yeah. That's why I didn't have any plants when we had our cats. You know, we had that plant after. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I believe there are various different ways. I want to try and get to the stage where I'm monetizing my own videos myself, but I think that's going to take quite some time because I need more subscribers. And, sadly, I lost 5 subscribers this week. So when I did the drag makeup video, almost instantly, within 10 minutes of posting that video, I lost 5 people, which was quite strange, I felt. I thought to myself, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? You're watching a man with makeup on. What are you afraid of? If you watch the television, if you watch the news, you're watching men and women wearing a lot of makeup. What are you afraid of? Yeah, I know. I didn't realize I had any subscribers that were actually like that. Anti-drag or anti-men in makeup, frightened of men in makeup. I mean, I thought people are weird. Oh, she join earlier, Pag? Well, you know what, people, what's the saying? There's nowt so queer as folk. There's nowt so queer as folk. Bye, Luke. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Enjoy your weekend too, Luke. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us this evening. Well, I grew up, in the 70s and 80s, and that was a time of real revolution for fluid sexuality. Yeah, I used to go to heaven, yeah, years ago. But the 80s was a real revolution, men wearing makeup, bands, the new romantics, stuff like that, and the punk movement. It was a revolution, and people were threatened by that, you know. And now what's happening is there's a big resurgence of drag, and drag's really popular, and it's becoming more and more mainstream. And, people, I don't understand why people are so threatened by men in makeup. That's it. Literally, if you go to theatre or you watch a film or you watch the news, you're seeing men wearing lots of makeup. Even if they don't look like they're wearing makeup, they're wearing lots of makeup. Full stop. Because they have to. It's TV, it's theatre. Lighting, you've got to wear makeup. That's it, So I don't really understand. I mean, I understand that men are probably a bit threatened by or find effeminate men a bit strange, or, they may be frightened by their own feelings that they can't get in touch with, fair enough, each to their own. But, by watching my channel, you must be completely blind if you haven't spotted that I'm a camp man. If you've subscribed and you've actually watched my videos, you will see that I'm gay and I'm flamboyant. Bye. Enjoy your supper. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. But yeah, to go back to what I was saying, and then you suddenly see me wearing makeup and you think, oh, I can't watch this. I'm not subscribing to his channel. He's wearing makeup. So, I really don't understand. Oh, Christine, I'm too long in the tooth to change now, darling. It's not going to change. But, this is my channel, and I'll actually do whatever the hell I want, bar being terribly, terribly offensive towards people, which I don't intend to do. But to some people, the act of a man wearing makeup is offensive because they just simply can't understand it, and they view it as some kind of threat to society. Yeah, they do. So, hey, doesn't bother me, really doesn't bother me. I'll do what I want, and I'll continue to do it. And if people enjoy it, that's great, because actually I'm doing this to entertain you. That's why I'm doing it. But I'm also doing it to please myself. Yeah? Because if I do something and I watch back before I post it, because I edit the videos mainly, if it doesn't make me laugh, I'm not going to post it, because it's got to make me laugh as well, and if I'm writing a lot of the things I do write them out first, because I like to make sure that you're going to enjoy it. Well, yeah, I think you've got to be authentic. Thank you very much, Dina. I think you've got to try and be authentic as much as possible. And, you know, thank you, Pag. I think it's also important to me to get some new viewers as well, because, you know, I do want to expand and I do want to get some new subscribers and, you know, entertain as many people as possible and provide value and a relative quality, you know, to what I do. But it's got to please me too. It has to be enjoyable to me. Otherwise, why do it? You know, I'm not just going to do things for laugh. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for you to share my videos as much as possible. They're all in the public domain, all of them, you know? And yeah. Julie, thank you for joining us. Thanks very much, Julie, for joining us. That's great. It was great for you to be here. Thank you. Hi, Anissa. Welcome back. So yeah, there you go. That's what I do, and that's what I'm going to do. And well, you know, sometimes it's not. My videos aren't always about fun. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I've done a couple of vlogs that were a little bit sad and a little bit down because, you know, it was a time that I was going through some sadness. So I wanted to share that too. So it's not always going to be top of the range fun. Are you going, Zachary? Was that see you because you're leaving? Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you again next time, hopefully. And good luck with the garden, Zachary, and the plants that you're going to be putting in this weekend, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I can't be switched on to being, you know, jolly and fun all the time because that's not actually who I am. I'm quite, I mean, the close friends that know me do know that I can be quite serious and quiet sometimes. So, but that wouldn't be entertaining for you. Might be interesting, but it wouldn't be entertaining. And I'm here to hopefully bring out the entertaining side of me for your pleasure, for your viewing pleasure. Some may feel that that makes me look like I'm mentally crazed, but I don't mind that because why would we put down somebody that's mentally crazed? I find it strange when people say, you look like a mental case. What does a mental case look like? This is what a mental case looks. No. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's quite insulting, that really, isn't it, to people with mental health issues, of which I am one of those people. So, you know, yeah, thank you. So we're nearing 1 hour 44, and I'm probably going to start winding it down. I got called a Harvey Wallbanger once. You got... Why? Why did you get called a Harvey Wallbanger? Yeah, I know. I know, Christine. Some people haven't got any idea whatsoever, have they, really? I think the sun's gone in. Oh, that's what I wanted to say to everybody. Happy solstice for yesterday. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, me too. I think I know a lot of people with mental health issues, friends, family. You know, it's part of life. And maintaining good mental health is a constant quest for me, really. You know, Good diet makes a huge, huge difference to mental health and mood stability. That's something I strive for because I can be really moody, and I can get, black moods descend upon me very, very easily. And I strive to maintain good mental health. And part of that is nicotine as well. Yeah, maintaining the addiction that I got to nicotine. Um, yeah, that's why I avoid alcohol whenever I can. I say whenever I can. Oh, battery's out. Oh, thank you, Pag. See you soon, Pag. Gardening is great, Dina. You're absolutely right. And, you know, I don't use gardening per se for mood lifting because at the moment, gardening is a bit of a bone of contention for me. I find it a bit annoying at the moment to do the garden because for various other reasons, like people working on their houses, on scaffolding, watching me do the garden, things like that really annoy me. I don't like being observed when I'm in a private space, getting on with what I need to do. I don't like being watched. So, and we don't have a proper fence in our garden at the moment. Oh, Tanya, you're in Southend. You take a walk along the coast. I used to live in Southend. Did you know that, Tanya? I lived in Southend-on-Sea. Did I tell you that? I'm vaping. I'm having a vape break now. I'll tell you exactly where I lived. I lived off the front on a road called Burnaby Road. St. Leonard's-on-Sea. Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, Southend-on-Sea, that takes me back. That was a long, long time ago. That was 1986, I think it was. Yeah, 1986. I lived in Southend-on-Sea. And we had friends in Thorpe Bay. My friend lived in Clare, in Suffolk. In fact, I know somebody who lives in Clare. Bye, Dina. I do remember you. Hi, girls. Have I been to Somerset, Christine? Yes, I have. In fact, my friend's father lives in a place called East Coker in Somerset. Um, well, he lived in a place called East Coker. I'm not sure he's there now. Just outside of Yeovil, Christine. Beautiful part of the world. And yeah, lovely. I love Somerset. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. Well, if you missed my live, we're 1 hour 49 into it now, and I'm slowly going to be winding up because I'm quite tired, because I'm so old. Butlins at Minehead. Yeah, Minehead. Wow. Somerset is beautiful. I also love Glastonbury as well. Another favourite place of mine is a place called Avebury in Wiltshire, where they have a huge stone circle. Oh, you don't need to be sorry. It's not a problem. You're the one missing out. Um, yeah, Somerset, beautiful. Love it. Mm. Okay, guys. Well, look, I'm going to be saying goodbye. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the makeup video. I'm glad you found it fun. Um, So the sort of final thing for me to say is to make sure you've all subscribed to my channel. And, you know, I'll see you all again next week. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Christine. Marty Wilde and Kim Wilde. Bye, old gardener guy. And I'll see you all next week. Tune in. It's 6 o'clock for those of you who didn't make it. I start at 6 o'clock. Yeah. Thank you. You're very kind, girls. Always 6 o'clock on a Friday. But I'm going now because I've been talking for 1 hour, 51 minutes, and I've been talking all day long. So, you know, you need to try and come at the beginning of the session so you get the best part rather than me slowly getting tired and wanting to fall asleep. But thank you. And look, share my videos with your friends. Make sure everybody you know subscribes to my channel because I'm looking for more subscribers now. I really need to bump my figures up if I'm going to stay on YouTube. So wagawan, wagawan. Is that pleasing to you? A vape? You want a quick vape? Wagawan, Lisa. You nutters. You nutters. Honestly. You'd have me here all night, wouldn't you? Just saying wagawan. Thank you, Hubert. I know you would. You'd have me here vaping, saying things, doing a little dance, singing a song, running around the room. I don't know. Blimey. God. You know how hard it is to talk for 1 hour 52? You're all, you know, it's a good job that I can do this, actually, isn't it, really? It's a good job I can talk consistently for 1 hour 52, or else there wouldn't be a show. No, I said it already. You can play it back. What do you think this is, a party? Okay, I'll vape. I'm going to vape. Can I blow a kiss? I'll blow a kiss. Don't go. You want me to carry on being a nut job? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Is that good? Do you like that? And I've not even been drinking. God. Go. Look, you see, I'm such a live wire. I don't need alcohol or drugs, just a little bit of nicotine and some orange squash. You want me to say, what do you want to say? You're going to share me. Share me with all your friends. I want to be friends with everybody. I love everybody. See, I'm getting my second wind now. I've told people I'm going and people have said goodbye. And now you guys have come here. I'm getting my second wind and going all lively again. And you want me to go on for another hour and a half, don't you? Huh? There we go. Do the dab. What's the dab? What's the dab? I don't understand what that is. If I stay much longer, I'll need a wee. Love, Hannah. Love you, Hannah and Anissa. Love you. No, I don't know what dab is. What is dab? I don't understand. I'm too old for that kind of youth speak. I'm not young like you guys. I'm not up with all the trendy things. You know, I don't know all that. I'm 50, for God's sake. I'm 50 years old. I could probably be your father, probably your grandfather. I don't know. Ah, 50 going on 30. Wow. Darling Hubert, the show always must go on. You see, they're screen recording me now for posterity, and they're going to be giggling and playing it to their friends. Anissa and Lola. I bet they're adorable. In a nice way, not a creepy way. Well, just as long as they know that I get any bullshit from people, they get blocked. Yeah? I don't want no bullshit from nobody. I'll take it up to the 2 hour mark and then I'm going. Well, no, but there are so many people out there that do bullshit these days, aren't there? You know, and I can smell bullshit a mile away. It's one of my talents. I'm glad. I like positive people. I think you've got to be positive in life because there's so much negativity around. But believe you me, I can spot a bullshitter and I can spot a liar from 10 paces. Oh, yeah. Share me on Instagram. Yeah, I want to be an Instagram star. I've got an Instagram. I've got lots of photographs, but they're probably photographs that you wouldn't like. They're sort of flowers and um, scenery and things. It's richard.hammond.3363, my Instagram, I think. I know it's a strange handle, but it sort of did it from Facebook. Well, you'll love my Instagram. I do beautiful photography of flowers and landscapes and things like that. And there's quite a few pictures on there, so check it out. I'm just getting into Instagram. I didn't really know what it was all about. No. I'm not a florist, but I've got a garden. And I go to Kew Gardens quite a bit because I'm a member. And oh, bye then. Oh, that was short and sweet, wasn't it? You got your screen grab and went. Honestly, they're fickle. Okay, so we're down to 8 people now. We're winding down slowly. You're still there though. Hi. Good. I'm not a florist. I love flowers. Well, I say I love flowers. I like taking photographs of flowers. I take very close up photographs of flowers. So check my Instagram out, richard.hammond.3363. And yeah, check it out. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I might experiment with some more makeup at some point for Instagram. I might try to become an Instagram beauty. You never know. You never know. Down to 7 people, slowly winding down, which is good. It's like doing a workout when you have to cool down, isn't it? Yeah, so there we go. I've quite enjoyed this evening. It's been fun. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching. It's been great to see you all again. Thank you for the lovely comments that you make each time. And I'm really, really happy. Oh, you're chopping onions. What are you making, Anna? Tell us. Oh, thank you, Hubert. You're very kind. What are you making, Anna? What are you chopping onions for? Tell us before you go. Thank you, Christine. It's been like a 2 hour party. Spag bowl, vegan spag bowl. Delish. I love spag bowl is one of my favorite things, along with lasagna, moussaka. I love as well, and obviously those who know me will know that there are recipes for vegetarian spag bowl and moussaka on my YouTube channel, which you can find, easy to follow, easy to do, very nice. Oh yeah. Oh, the 7 people. We're going up again. We're going up again. You're doing my recipe. Excellent. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Brilliant. I'm really pleased. Marmite is great, Christine, for adding to a gravy, I think. It's lovely. I'm glad, I'm so pleased that people have actually looked at my recipes and thought that's worth doing. That's great. I'm so delighted. Lots of love to Paul. Thank you, Hubert. I'll make sure he knows. Did you do the mash the potatoes in the microwave, Anna? Because that is a revelation to me doing that. When I first steamed the potatoes in the microwave, I thought this is amazing because, yes, you do have to add a little bit of extra liquid, I find, a bit of extra milk maybe to make them creamier, but it works and it takes half the time, half the effort. Why not? I think it's great. Brilliant. Microwaves, excellent. The veggie stew. Yeah, I love that veggie stew. I just love it. I know, just as good. I know, tell me about it. Just, did you leave the skins on, Anna? Because I always leave the skins on the potatoes, mash them in their skins. I find that adds, I don't know, just a nice flavour and it adds more fibre, you know, or texture to the mash. It's good. I'm enjoying this vape this evening. Oh, it's lovely. I just need that nicotine shot. Oh, fish finger sandwich. Oh, yes. Hubert, I'm coming to yours for dinner if you're doing fish finger sandwiches. Love them. Yeah, it does. It adds the best flavour and it's great for fibre. And apparently there are vitamins stored in the skin as well, just below the skin. So you get all that vitamin content as well, which is great, which we all need, obviously. Fibre, vitamins, minerals, we need that in our diet. Cool. I'm just going to have some of my drink. Here we go. I'm drinking from my pussy mug. Mm, orange squash. It's lovely. Quite weak orange squash. I don't like it too strong. Mm, I have. Yeah. And basically, Anna, for my lasagna, I make the vegetarian bolognese sauce. Yeah. I make a roux sauce. Yeah. With the roux sauce recipe, a cheese sauce. And I basically layer it up with lasagna sheets in between. It's almost exactly the same, really, as the marker recipe. But instead of using aubergines, you use lasagna sheets and you would cook that. You would cook that in an oven for about an hour to an hour and a half. Christine, did you just say fake duck? I've never had fake duck. Hi, Erica. We've been going 2 hours and 4 minutes. Erica. Yeah. This is the only place you can come and watch a 2 hour, 4 minute show for free in the comfort of your own home. In the comfort of your own home. Gosh, I sound like I've been drinking. Isn't it really? I know. Can you believe it? It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a wonder I'm not lay out on the sofa exhausted now. And I'm not even being paid to do it. I know, incredible, isn't it? Incredible. How are you, Erica? Tell us, are you relaxing with a glass of vino this evening prior to doing a weekend of gardening, maybe? Yeah, I think you will. You'll have to send me some little medal emojis, I think. And of course, I told everybody that I was going about a quarter of an hour ago. And of course, they all went thinking I've left and I'm still here. You've got gardening planned. Lovely. You're, oh, a little cheeky Shiraz this evening. How nice. Oh, Christine, that's lovely. I like the emojis. I like emojis. I really do. I think they're fun, fun, fun. Really fun. I like the gifts as well. Sophie Stock. Oh my goodness me. Sophie Stock has joined us. Hi, Sophie. Sophie is my niece, everybody. Say hi to Sophie. You're joining quite late, Sophie. Or have you been here all the time and been very quiet? Oh, you cheeky little minx. You're kind of coming to the end. We're coming to the end now, and you've just decided to pop in and say hi. Yeah, cheeky little minx. Sophie is my first niece, firstborn niece. The 6-minute pasta tip really worked. It's true. It's true. Always test. Hubert's still here. He's having a glass of Pinot Grigio. Nice and cold, Hubert, I hope. Well, don't stay on our behalf. Enjoy your Friday evening. Well, I am enjoying it, Erica. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't enjoying it. Clearly, showing off to people and being silly and outspoken is something that I get off on, even though I'm not being paid yet. One day when I'm about 60, I'll probably get my own show. Yeah? No, I seriously wouldn't do it. And the thing is, I'm home alone. So, I may as well do it. May as well just enjoy it. May as well chat. Got nobody else to chat to, so I'm chatting to you guys. Some people would say that's sad. It probably is quite sad, really, I suppose. But hey, oh well, that's me. So, no, Erica, I'm nowhere near 1,000 subscribers yet. And I'm about 300 or so hours off 4,000 hours. So, yeah. Paul is away at a meeting in, I think, Birmingham. So I'm home alone tonight, and that's fine. I'm quite happy to be home alone. I quite enjoy it sometimes. Oh, we've gone up to nine subscribers, 9 viewers now again. So the figures are going up. While the cat is away, the move will play. The move, is that meant to be mouse? The mouse will play. I think, Erica. Yes. Well, he's normally here sort of moderating for me and telling me what the comments are, because sometimes it's hard to keep up. But I said to him, well, I'm just going to have to do it myself. I attempted to do it on my Kindle so I'd have a larger screen, but it was so slow on that thing. I don't see the point in those things anymore, those bloody Kindles. Useless. My phone, Android phone, love it. Love, love, love. Brilliant. Does everything and does it fairly well. The camera's not bad. So yeah, we're up to 10 people now. Hi, everybody. You're all still here. I can't believe it, really. You're all crazy. Well, thank you, Hubert. Um, one tries. Oh, Blackbird singing. Thank you very much. I'm glad you joined the live stream. Thank you. I'm glad I hung on a little bit longer for people to join. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I was going to wind down. Oh, do you want me to continue, people? Or do you want me to go? Basically. Because you'll have to give me things to talk about. What will I be doing this weekend? Cleaning, I think. I've got to do some cleaning. You just finished washing your brushes. Well, you will, obviously, Christine, because you won't have anything to look at, my darling. I'll carry on for a bit. Well, not in this house this weekend, Erica. I'm afraid I didn't do the cleaning last weekend because I was too busy putting on bloody makeup for you guys, practicing makeup and failing badly. Believe you me, that took a huge chunk of my time to edit that video because there was a lot of footage to get through. And it was frankly a pain in the ass. No, I know it didn't, but yeah. I have done makeup in the past, but it's been a long time since I applied a lot of makeup in that way. Therefore, it was quite difficult to do well. Plus, I'm not used to all the modern eyeliner. I mean, with this little felt tippy brush, what's that about? It's so difficult to apply. But I always had, when in the 80s, when boys were wearing makeup, we always had pencils. They were eyeliner pencils, and you kind of applied it on the waterline by the eye and a little bit outside and a little bit of mascara, a little bit of eyeshadow, and that was it. Oh, God. Okay, Sophie. Take care, my darling. I'll see you soon. Yeah, you can get pencils, but I fancied trying. My home is lovely. I love your gardening uploads. Haven't worn makeup for ages. Yeah, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Especially when there's a lot of powder and a lot of foundation, the eye makeup, the eyeliner bleeds into that. And suddenly it's bleeding all over the place into all the cracks and it looks terrible. So, the last time I really applied makeup to my face, seriously, was in the 80s. That was like 30 years ago. I've got a 50-year-old skin now, which, okay, it looks good to you guys, but close up, there's plenty of fine lines and wrinkles close up. I'm not doing too badly for a 50-year-old guy, but, this is good lighting. It's all about good lighting. It really is, So, yeah, it's a challenge. And I really admire the drag queens for doing their makeup. It's difficult. Well, it's not difficult for them because they're practiced, but the older you get, the more difficult it becomes on the skin. And also, don't forget, the drag queens tape their faces up as well. They use tape. They literally tape here and pull it back into their hair. They wear sort of wig caps with tape around here, and they tape onto that and it pulls the whole face back. So that makes it slightly easier to apply on a taut. Yeah, but you've got to hide the tapes. You've got to wear a wig. You haven't exactly moaned about Heathrow. No, Erica, that's because this week, no planes. I look good for 50. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Christine. You're very kind. Yeah, I know. No planes this week. It's been amazing. Been absolutely fantastic. Tranquil, quiet. I've been able to hear myself think. You need a crane. What to pull everything back? Yeah, well, I tell you, I'm thinking about having a little bit of Botox at some point, maybe. Just a little bit. I've got a couple of friends that have just a tiny, tiny amount. And you know what? It works quite well. It works quite well. Yeah, oh, I know. You love body modifications. Well, I wouldn't go too mad on body mods, but I think a little tiny bit of Botox can go a long way. Just a tiny, tiny bit. I mean, you can't see here, but I've got some wrinkles here that I'd just like to have just pulled out a little bit, just slightly. Plus, the angle you're watching me at, the angle that you're looking at me from here is slightly from up. So the camera is slightly up. So that gives a better view of the face, you know, rather than from below. I took a picture of myself from below the other day, and I'm not kidding you. I looked like, oh, I don't know what I looked like. It was horrendous. Anna, I have got a friend who has Botox done every 6 months. My friend Beryl always said that you can afford any work, but you're strapped. Get your eyes lifted and your teeth fixed, and she looks fab. Pardon me. Yeah, I think eyes are good. Lips are a no-go for some people. You've got to be really careful with the lips. It's got to be really subtle. I'm lucky. I don't need my lips. It is about the angles. You know, it's all about the angles. Film, TV, photographers, it's about the angles. We get exposed to these pictures, you know. Yeah, you've got to keep. This was a good exercise that people used to do. You see, from this angle, I look like I've got a good jaw, you know, but I haven't. I've actually got no jawline whatsoever. It all blends in. See, from this angle, it looks quite nice because I look like I've got a nice neck, thick neck, and I look fairly, you know, nice. It looks like a nice jawline. It's not though. It's a total, total fake. Well, you're very kind, Hubert. You're extremely kind to me. Um, but honestly, it's all fakery, isn't it? TV, film, theatre, it's all a show for you to make you enjoy what you're watching, you know? It wouldn't be nice to present, I don't think it'd be nice to present myself looking like a fat slob on the sofa, you know, with an angle with three chins and all of that. I don't think that would be nice for the viewer. And, you know, I think it's nice to appreciate when somebody's maybe made a little bit of an effort to present themselves on screen to look relatively good. I think that's a good thing to do. YouTube is a form of entertainment, isn't it? And I think we should, as YouTubers, should strive to present something that looks good. I don't want you to see me how I look when I've just got out of bed. No, I don't want that. I want you to see me when I'm looking relatively okay, you know, in good lighting conditions, low lighting conditions, preferably. And somebody mentioned candlelight earlier. That's even better. Yeah, it is. But I light my home I don't normally have blue and pink lights on all the time. I normally have a sort of yellowy orange glow in the house. I like low lighting. It flatters everybody. And I think it's nice. Nobody sits outside in bright sunlight looking at each other, do they? Oh, look at your wrinkles. Oh, look at your cakey makeup. No, people don't do that, do they? Erica, you look fine on all of your videos. Oh, dearie me. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get pornographic. So why don't you go away and leave us alone? Don't worry about it, Erica. I think you look good on your videos. And, I think it's important to do that. I think it's important to look good on your videos and make the best effort that you can. And you do. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch them, Erica. Okay. So we're at 2 hours 21, and somebody's just been really pornographic with me, which is quite interesting, really. Yeah, I know. It's interesting, that one, isn't it? Because I no, I don't go in for things like that. And no, I'm not. Nobody else is really interested in what you've got to say, really. This is a conversation amongst people who are being nice to each other. And if you want to, go and watch a porn channel, go and watch a porn channel. Don't come here for this chat because we're not interested in that at all. And we're simply now going to ignore you. Goodbye. Yes, there you go. People can't resist it, can they? I'm slightly flattered, but I'm not that pleased. So anyway, somebody asked me, I think, Erica, was it you that asked me whether I was going to do any gardening? I might do a little bit of gardening. I tell you what I have got to do this weekend. What I have got to do is plant my lobelias. I've got blue and white lobelia, and they're flowering like crazy. And I've got them in these pots, and I potted them up when they were tiny, and I wanted to bring them on. So I brought them on, and I'm going to put them in the garden at the edge of the lawn because they're kind of really frothy and beautiful. And the blue is that vibrant, deep blue. It's really gorgeous. So I'm going to put those in the ground. If I do anything this weekend, it will be that. And if I can get around to it a little tidy up, my grapevine has gone crazy. It's going just completely wild. So if I do that, I was just going to say, Erica, if I do that, I will do a video because it's a sort of job that will take me, lobelia's putting them in, that will take about 15, 20 minutes. And then if I've got time, I shall tidy up the grapevine. I shall trim my grass, and I shall then tidy up my borders, because I find if I can tidy up the edge of the lawn all the way around, the whole thing suddenly looks really, really neat. So that's what I'm aiming for, which would be great. They're so gorgeous, aren't they, lobelias? They remind me, when I see them, they remind me of like a galaxy of stars. I just always think of them as being like little stars, sparkling. So yeah, if I'm going to do the gardening this weekend, that's what I would do. But I really need to fit the cleaning in because of last weekend doing those makeup videos. Took me all my time and I was exhausted. So I'm hoping to do some nice, gentle things. And the thing I really like to do is I like to do it at my own pace. So I don't like to suddenly rush around the garden doing lots of crazy, crazy things and spend all day doing it. Now, oh, yeah, I know. I've had a few as well. I'm not very good with the strimmer. Paul is the expert strimmer in our house. He's got the technique because he does it down at the plot and he does the pathways at the plot and he's really good at it. So it will have to be on Sunday when I do this, well, when he does the strimming for me. I've actually cut the lawn with, it's such a small lawn that we've got, that I've actually cut it with shears. Yeah, it takes 15 minutes to do and it gives your shoulders and your chest a good workout as well, you know? So, yeah, those are my plans for the weekend. Yeah, well, they can do mine first. That's the thing. Front garden's looking quite nice. My petunias are looking really good. I've got purple and blue petunias, and they've gone crazy with all the sunshine that we've had. That's really nice, and they're vibrant, vibrant purple. So that's beautiful. So, you know, a few bits and pieces this weekend and some cleaning. Cleaning, cleaning. I must do that. Yeah, strimmers, they're weird, aren't they? Because you've got to get the angle right with a strimmer. You've got to, you know, if you go to, if you angle the wrong way, you dig into the ground. I've noticed that, and you just, you know, dig the lawn up. And we haven't actually got a working lawnmower, I don't think, at the moment. It's been in the shed, which the shed's a bit of a source of embarrassment for me at the moment because the roof caved in. We had a storm and a tree, the pear tree, a huge branch fell onto the roof. And it was old as it was anyway. And we just didn't fix it, we just left it. So the weather came into the shed and it's probably ruined the lawnmower. The whole thing's got to be trashed. So yeah, that's another story. That's another video that I will do at some point. The demolishing of the shed. That will be a good one. So yeah, there you go. That's my weekend plans. And before you know it, it'll be Monday again. Oh, God. Yeah. But I will be going part-time, hopefully by the end of summer. They have now shortlisted applicants for the other half of my job, which is good. This is progress. And they will be interviewing hopefully fairly soon. So thank you, Hubert. I am going to be tying up very shortly. Yes, Erica. So when I go part-time, this is going to mean I can get stuff done around the house here that needs to be done. We can also then think about putting this place up for sale and looking for another place to live, hopefully in the Mid Wales area. That's our dream, with a little bit of land and hopefully a sort of annex or a spare room area that we can rent out to holiday makers, you know, like a sort of Airbnb type thing. But I want to get this house sorted first. I want to get this house finished. So all the decorating jobs have been done, all the repairs have been done. This is a very old Victorian house from the 1850s. There's always things that need to be done. So it's a constant work in progress. And I've got quite a few decorating jobs to do and things. So, but I can only really feasibly do that when I'm part-time. So it's been a long, hard struggle to go part-time, and I'm nearly there. So fingers crossed for me, please, because I hope that goes well and we find the right candidate to take on the other half of my job. So when I go part-time, I'll be working Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday half day. So that's going to be great. Yeah, I know that's exactly what we want, Hubert. We want to get away from London and noise and pollution and, I hate to say it, frankly, neighbours. Because neighbours do things to their properties in London on a regular basis, and literally all of them have done extensions, you name it, they've done it. Going down, and it's just a lot of noise and mess, and so yeah, we want to move on, but the time is right. We've got no animals now, so we were worried about our 19-year-old cat and the fact that moving her would have been really disruptive to her, but now she's gone, we are free to move. And once we have moved and settled in a new place, we might then think about having more animals. So, animals that can freely wander outside without the risk of them being run over by vehicles, by cars, because that was my worry before, which is why we had house cats. So they didn't go out, our cats, they stayed in. Erica, I would like an acre, maybe an acre, couple of acres at a push, big garden, and I'd like it to be around the whole property. Yeah. You moved to Cleethorpes, Hubert. Yeah, lovely. How nice. That's our aim, and it will happen. I can assure you it's going to happen. We're going to get there. It's just going to take some time. And I believe that when you leave a property, you should leave it in a good condition, with everything done and ready for the next person. I think it's good to leave a place behind with a good energy around it, I totally ignore what Sarah Beanie says when she says, oh, it's not worth doing your bathroom. It's not worth doing that. Just give it a clean. No. I mean, okay, I don't believe in spending thousands, but I believe in keeping things looking good, in good repair, making sure it looks fabulous before I even put it on the market, and leaving it with a good energy behind, Whether we'll get somewhere like that, I don't know. Yeah, we could. Yeah, more distant neighbours. Yeah, that's what I would be looking for, distant neighbours. I'm not looking to be completely isolated. Not completely. We would like to be part of a community, but, not have people right next door banging things all the time. Make sure it's on a bus route. Well, Erica, I'm hoping that we'll have a 4x4 and be able to drive anywhere. Anyway, anyway. So, yeah. Okay, guys, well, it's 2 hours 34. I really am going to say goodbye now because I would like to do some rest and relaxation in front of the TV. And I just want to say a final thank you to you guys for staying with me till the end. And I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel in the first place and following me. I really appreciate it. And you're very welcome, Hubert. Thank you. Cheerio, Erica. And I'm going to say goodbye. Bye for now, guys. Love you. Bye.